What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. XRT coming at you with a quick update video. Quick little channel update, guys. Check it out. We have something cooking in the oven, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So welcome back to the channel. So look at what we got here. These beautiful shocks. Look at all these beautiful anodized red parts. It just looks amazing, guys. Bet you guys are wondering what it is. Some of you might already know and recognize some of these parts. So we are going to be building the ultimate XRT XRT, guys. Traxxas XRT AS. Let me fix the camera. So I'm going to go over the parts real quick, as fast as I possibly can, and then we'll wrap up the video. Obviously, this is not the build video. This is just the channel update. Then you guys know, showing off the parts that I'm going to be using. And then the build video will be coming down the pipeline. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. This thing's going to come out absolutely sick. I promise you that. So starting off with the transmitter. Got this from Jenny's RC. This is a Losi Promoto DX3 transmitter. I'm waiting on the receiver because apparently it fell out when they were shipping, so I didn't get it. Like the different color wheel on there. I do like these transmitters. They're pretty cool for ready to run transmitters. Let's see what else. Here we got the steering. What is it called? Steering brace. This is made by Entity. Just look at that. Beautiful anodizing. Absolutely gorgeous. Not sure if that's 7075, guys. We got the tie bars there and here and more there. So for shocks, these are actually Creighton 8S EXB shocks, so they have the thicker shock shaft. These are thicker than the Traxxas stock XRT ones. As you can tell, there's the rod end. I had to shave a little bit of the plastic off. And then on these here, which are the front, I did manage to put Traxxas rod ends, and they did fit. Also, we have Traxxas plastic caps, shock caps, because I had to switch them because these are longer, so they clear the shock towers. They need to clear the shock towers. So we got a bit of a mashup here. We got Creighton 8S shocks and springs with Traxxas shock caps. Two of them have the Traxxas rod ends, and two are Creighton 8S EXB. All shocks are EXB shocks with the thicker shock shaft. Okay, moving on. Here we have the GPM 7075 steering knuckles and rear hub carriers with the hardware center drive shaft. These are Amazon special steering links. I was going to use Creighton 8S turnbuckles, but I ran into a little issue, and that'll probably be for another video. But these say 7075 on them. They are no name brand. just Amazon generic, and I just saw them. They resemble the Trio ones. Here we have another generic Amazon upgrade. This is the front bulkhead in aluminum. I am not sure if this is 7075. To be honest, I don't think it is, but that's fine. It's still stronger than plastic. Generic brand Amazon special 46 tooth spur with a 23 tooth pinion. That comes in a package. Vidavon bulkhead, guys. I bought this used off eBay, and everything works as it should. Everything is there, so I was able to save a few bucks. And I think the only issue was it was missing one of these bearings, which I have so many bearings. I just found one and put it on. Next we have these tie bar plates that go in between the chassis and the lower skid plate that help hold the tie bar in place. We got the front and the rear, so we'll be putting those on for added strength. We have a receiver cover, also generic from Amazon. This has two little tabs here, actually right there, that bolt on, and then you can bolt on your ESC on top of the receiver cover. And we have this also Amazon generic upgrade diff cover. We got one of the differentials there. We got this beautiful N2G tall gear cover there, which has a bearing on the inside. We got the stock CVDs with the axles, and then I had these Vidavon hexes that I threw on there because I did used to have an XRT in the past, but I ended up selling it, so that's why I'm deciding to build another one. So I did enjoy it. Now for the motor, this is a 1450 kV, guys. 1450 kV motor by Spectrum. This is the motor that comes on your Limitless. This is another generic brand Amazon special motor mount in anodized blue, because I could not find it in anodized red, and I really liked this motor mount, especially because of this here, this brace that joins these two pieces to prevent the motor from flexing on big landings. And it came with this rear motor support as well, which I don't think I'm going to use because this can is very short. So what else? We got these GPM 7075 outdrive sleeves that will slide on to here. I actually have them already on the rear. And then we got this beautiful M2C full chassis bash bar, guys. This thing is gonna just tie everything together and add that extra strength needed for big bashing. So this was expensive. That was $100 on its own plus shipping. So it is what it is, right? This is the hobby. Hobby is expensive. So for the Creighton 8S shocks, I have these M2C Delrin pistons with the O-ring on them for the dampening. So we'll be installing these as well. Reason why I didn't go with the XRT shocks, stock shocks, is because I already had these, and I sold both my Creighton and my Outcast 8S. So these were just laying around. And you know me, whenever I can get away with using, parts that I already have, and these are technically brand new, I always try to go that route and save a little bit of money. So that's why. So I know it fits the arm. I've already tested it. That's why I shaved a little bit of this rod end here. That was the only clearance issue, and the shock caps. When you put them into the shock towers, the stock Creighton, not sure what happened, camera shut off. So like I was saying, the stock Creighton shock caps are too short, so this piece hits the shock tower. That's why I put these XRT ones on there. I actually had these also laying around already. It actually threads on there perfectly, which is crazy to me because usually Traxxas and Arma don't mix. Oh, let's see, guys. I'm getting winded here. Okay. So, let's see. We got a little bit of this stuff here installed. However, this is all going to come off, and I'm going to tell you guys why. When I purchased all the parts, chassis came from Jenny's RC as well as most of the plastics. However, they did not have the bulkheads in stock, so I had to get the bulkhead separately. And silly me, I ended up getting a Traxxas X-Max bulkhead. So this is what this is, which I didn't realize until I went to fit it on the chassis that it wasn't lining up. I went back to my orders and realized that I had bought the wrong bulkhead. So I'm still waiting for the XRT bulkhead to arrive, but I wanted to show you guys. Check this out. This is a GPM rear gear cover, and look at that. It has an extra bearing in there and this extra piece there that helps hold the shaft in place, so that when it sits in there, instead of just it being held on by that bearing which sits right under there, now you have another bearing that sits there, which just mitigates like the length of the shaft that's sticking out, you know what I mean, on its own, which is less likely to bend on hard impacts. So that's that. Pretty cool. I'm excited about that. And then we have another Amazon generic rear upper bulkhead. So once again, I don't think these are 70-75, but you know what, I was looking at the Trio ones, the Vidavon ones, and the GPM ones. They're all over 200 for the set, and to be honest, I've had Vidavons in the past, and nothing against them. They're just, you know, it's more expensive, like. So, you know, going with the ultimate build on a budget, I decided to get these. These were, let's see, these two here from Amazon were just over $100 for the two, instead of paying $250 for the name brand ones like Trio and Vidavon and GPM. Now they might be better quality because they're 70-75, but I don't know if these are 70-75. I don't think it said it on the listing. But anyways, we got that rear diff cover again there. So we got the front and the rear, and we got the differential here sitting with center diff. This is all stock. The differentials also came from Jenny's, and the main chassis. So there you can see the 70-75 sleeves from GPM. And they look pretty sick, guys. I am so stoked. I cannot wait to see this thing put together and take it first drive. Truly, I'm literally just waiting on the rear bulkhead so I can start the build, guys. We went over the motor, Spectrum 1450 kV, the one that comes in the Limitless. And here's the main chassis with the front bulkhead. At least I got the front bulkhead right from the XRT. I only got one screw on each side in there, so I was fitting parts. And then we have these beautiful Trio Nerf bars or side skirts. These are 70-75. Absolutely sick. This is going to help strengthen this center chassis, guys, along with the M2C bar. On my previous XRT, I used to run the Gens Ace 11,000 mAh batteries, big boys, as well as the 9,000 Hubus. And something I noticed was that after running the Hubus in the XRT and taking it off big jumps, the battery was kind of tweaked a little bit. It was a little bent, like the cells bent, just from the chassis flexing. So this, combined with the other part I'm going to show you, is going to, and that chassis is going to help prevent this chassis from flexing so much under stress. And the other part is these beautiful GPM 7075 battery trays, guys. So this comes with all your straps, your drill, some 3M tape, the bars. I think these are steel, maybe, or maybe they're aluminum. These bars go underneath the chassis to help hold these plates in place. Hold on, let me put the camera down so I can take these out and show you. I always take the screws out and then I don't remember what screws went with what part. Anyways, check that out, guys. So these plates are gonna sit in here like that, together with this and that bash bar. This chassis is not gonna flex as much. I think it'll flex just enough because it's, you know, still plastic, but I think all that will mitigate some of that flexing, so when you run big batteries, they don't end up going like this on you after like a 40-foot jump. All right, winded, guys, a lot of talking. All right, so moving on. So that's the majority of the build. Like I said, I'm waiting on the receiver for the transmitter and the rear bulkhead. Everything else I have, and I'm ready to go. Oh, and I'm waiting on the other half of the tires, guys. Check it out. These are the tires that I'm going with. I actually have another set, a different set, but these are the J Concept Magmas. I'm sure you guys have all heard of them, and these things are so aggressive looking. I have these in the 8th scale size on my Creighton, I think, can't remember. Anyway, so we're going with these, and we also have these big meat and potatoes. These are the Proline trenchers. So I've had these tires for years. However, how do I explain this? I just recently bought the rims from Proline. I used to have one set of rims with the Badlands, and I used to go back and forth with that one set of rims between the trenchers and the Badlands, and then I sold the Badlands, and I told myself I would sell the trencher separately, and then I never did. So now I have another set of tires for the XRT. which are these ginormous Proline trenchers. I do like these tires for bashing, but not for high speed running, guys. They balloon way too much. So over here, let's bring the light over. Over here, guys, we have a few more parts. So we have the front, rear, and center skid plates. You need that. We have the rear wing right there, and the ultimate wheelie bar with the anodized blue wheels. Where'd that go? Oh, there it is. Already losing screws. We'll put those right over here. Those will be for the wheelie bar. At least it's on video, I won't forget. We have all the arms. So these two arms here I already had, because like I said, I used to have an XRT, so I had extra parts. And these here I purchased for the build. I purchased the top arms also for the build. The front bumper, because I forgot to order it from Jenny's when I was placing my order. And we got the stock 46 tooth spur that comes with the XRT when you buy it. And these are the other hexes for the J Concept Magmas. They give you a second set, I guess. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is for your 24 millimeter nut. And these are for your X-Max. That center hole is a lot smaller. So they're not extra, they're just for different applications. One's for the X-Max, the other one's for the Creighton 8S and True One quick scale tires. So, bumper. And then here we have just the body mounts, guys. That's all that is in this bag. So yeah, that's pretty much the build. And then last but not least, over here we have the shock towers in this box. Front and rear shock towers. And then we have this is the cage and all the plastic trimmings for the body. And the XRT clear body, guys, that I will be painting myself. Now that spring is around the corner. So yeah, that's the build, guys. That's the update on the channel. I'm excited about this. I cannot wait to put it all together. Test these Amazon parts. They're a lot cheaper, but I think they're gonna hold up just fine if I'm being honest. So a little bit of everything. A little Amazon, a little Vidavon, a little M2C, little Entity mixed with Spectrum and Creighton DNA. I don't know what to call this. I mean, to me it's just a beefy XRT, guys, but you guys give me a name. I don't know. Give me a name for this XRT that I'm building. This thing is gonna be dope. So stick around so you don't miss that build. I'm probably gonna do a full build on it, so it's gonna be a long video. So be prepared for that, guys. And then check it out, guys. You guys probably saw the short I posted. We got some racks for the RC hobby room, guys. Check that out. Let me turn the light on. There we go. Look at that. I got all my RCs in one spot now. These are Gorilla racks. I got them at Costco. They were $100 each. There's 5 racks to each rack, or 5 shelves to each rack, and you can, you know, set them at different heights, and you can also turn these into a 2-section workbench. Each one can turn into a 2-section workbench as well. So that's pretty cool. $100 a piece, guys. $200. Got all of my beautiful builds on there. I'm gonna get some lighting under here, some LED strips. That's gonna light up the whole thing. I think it's gonna look sick, guys. Got all my bodies on the top there. Figured I'd just put all my cars on here without the bodies, so that I can look at all the anodized parts as I walk by them. So yeah, guys, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for this new build? I know I am. So make sure you subscribe, hit that like, ring that bell so you don't miss the next video, guys. It's probably going to be the build on the XRT. I just want to say thanks for tuning in. Oh, you know what? We didn't go over the servo, but I think what I'm going to go with is a Perfect Pass monster servo. A regular 1/8 scale one, not the one designed for the XRT and X-Max, because I think those are way too overpriced. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for tuning in again. I appreciate you guys. Stay sexy, and go out there and get some bashing, guys. No pun intended. Haha. Anyways, I'm just kidding. Thanks again for tuning in. Dos RC out. Peace.